Sit down. Today we're reviewing a performance that does not belong to one person. This one belongs to an entire tribe. The subject is the Anti-Cardano tribesmen of crypto Twitter. The men, and it is almost always men, whose entire personality is the word no directed at a specific blockchain. I am not here to defend Cardano today. I am here to examine the people who have built careers, accounts, and daily routines around attacking it. Because the Cardano chain will be fine whether we discuss it or not. The people typing about it every hour for 4 years, those are the ones who need reviewing. The tribesmen have 3 insults. 3. Exactly 3. Ghost chain. Where's the TVL? Hoskinson ego. In 4 years, they have not written a 4th. It is the shortest vocabulary in crypto and it runs on a timer. Anytime an ADA-related post crosses their feed, the same 3 replies deploy like a fire alarm. Specimen number 1. The ghost chain caller. This is the man who types ghost chain in every reply, then goes to check ADA's price to see if it fell. When it does not fall, he types ghost chain again, but harder this time, as if volume were an argument. Specimen number 2. The total value locked shaman. This man pulls up a dilemma chart, points at Cardano's TVL ranking and declares victory. Then he is asked what TVL is. Then he changes the subject. Then he blocks you. The shaman has no answer for what does TVL measure and what does it ignore. He only knows that the number is smaller than Solana's number, and smaller numbers are losing. Specimen number 3. The Hoskinson ego inspector. This is the man whose central thesis is that Charles Hoskinson has a big ego. This is his entire critique. Not the code. Not the upgrades. Not the tokenomics. The founder's personality. A man with strong opinions about the personality of another man he has never met. That is what is in his timeline today. Probably yesterday too. Specimen number 4. The Arthur Hayes parrot. In February 2024, the BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes posted on X that Cardano's ADA was, his word, dog shit. The tribesmen imported that sentence like a religious text. They have been quoting it for 18 months. They have never run a node, read a paper, or compiled a contract, but they can recite Arthur Hayes on Cardano like it is scripture. Specimen number 5. The goalpost mover. This one is the artist of the group. When Cardano announces an upgrade, he calls it vaporware. When the upgrade ships, he calls it too late. When adoption comes, he calls it not enough. The specimen has a goalpost on wheels and he has been rolling it backwards since 2021. Now, here's the part that burns. While the tribesmen were typing their 3 insults on loop for 4 years, something very inconvenient happened. The chain ship. The Chang hard fork went live, moving Cardano into the Voltaire era on-chain governance where every ADA holder can actually vote on protocol rules. Not a roadmap slide. A running piece of software. On mainnet. Today. Hydra, the Layer 2 scaling framework, processes transactions off-chain with instant finality. Midnight, a partner chain, delivers privacy for compliance use cases. Ouroboros continues to be the only major proof-of-stake consensus that has been formally peer-reviewed. And the EUTXO model does what the EVM still can't, deterministic parallelizable transactions with no mempool theater. You do not have to like any of that. You can believe it is the wrong direction. That is a conversation. But Ghost Chain is not a conversation. Ghost Chain is a man admitting he has not opened a single thing he is criticizing. Ghost Chain is the sound a keyboard makes when it has nothing to say. Let's talk about why the tribe exists at all. Because this is not about Cardano. Not really. This is about a psychological transaction that takes place inside every crypto cycle. The tribesman almost always has a story. He bought Solana. Or he bought an Ethereum Layer 2 token. Or he aped a meme coin because a bigger account told him to. And at some point, that position did something he did not expect. It went down. Or it went sideways. Or it went up, but he sold too early. And now he needs a place to put the feeling. Cardano is that place. Because Cardano had the audacity to say, we are going to do this slowly, with research. And the tribesmen heard that as, we are calling you impatient for aping the last pump. So the project becomes personal. Every upgrade that works is an attack on his decision. Every academic paper is an insult to his attention span. And the real tell is that these same men, the ones who call ADA holders a cult, form the most perfectly aligned mob in crypto. They all type the same 3 insults. They all quote the same Arthur Hayes sentence. They all mock the same person. If you want to see a cult in crypto, scroll through the replies to any Cardano post. The cult is not where the tribesmen said it was. Here's what you take with you. And this is not really about Cardano at all. This is about how every tribal war in crypto works. When you see a group of people copy-pasting the same 3 insults for 4 years, that is a very clean signal. It tells you the critique is not research. It is choreography. Somebody wrote it down somewhere and now the dance is on repeat. Real analysis is never identical across 1,000 accounts. Coordinated mockery always is. So the next time you're deciding what to think about a project and the loudest voices telling you it is dead all sound like they are reading from the same script, take 1 minute and read the other side. Not the price. The code. The governance votes. The research papers. If you cannot find those things, the project is probably dead. If you can, the tribesmen are. Cardano does not need me to defend it, and the tribesmen do not need me to describe them. They describe themselves every day in the replies for free. But the lesson about how to read crypto Twitter, that one is worth something. Learn to spot the choreography. It shows up in every cycle on every chain with a different costume. This is not financial advice. This is experience. There is a difference.